on in here. Wow, my fingers are so greasy.
All right, howdy everyone. Frankie here, New West Reset. Hello, how's it going? Welcome back. Thank you very much for shooting in, joining a fella here for another Boots on the Ground. Where are you? Well, I got cousin Vinny with me, and there he is. And we're checking out Drumheller, the Badlands of southern Alberta. This is where all them dead dinosaurs are. But we're really not here to check that stuff out. We're actually going to be checking out a bunch of cool old world buildings that don't fit the narrative of the coal mining town that was Drumheller before they started finding. They were mining for coal and they kept finding dinosaur bones, I guess. So that changed the whole narrative on the town. So yeah, we're going to go and have a look at the old historic downtown area and check out some old schools, old churches, old buildings. Should be a good time. So yeah, stick around. Be right. Look at that robin just landing right there.
Here to say hi to his great granddaddy.
Yep. Dinosaurs became birds apparently, so he's saying hi to his ancient relatives. Anyway, stick around. Be right back.
We have sheets.
Pretty strong Freemasons presence here in Drumheller. This cornerstone was laid 1996. Yeah, okay. The Brethren of Symbol Lodge and the Drumheller Lodge. So they meet here, this Freemasons Hall, which is on the main floor of an apartment complex or an apartment building.
All the Freemasons live in here?
Yeah, maybe it's a big residence for all the Masons live in one building. Look, even this, the address sign, 299, whatever street we're on, and it's got the G with the square and compass there too. And on the door, they've got a square and compass, but with a buffalo's head on it. Grand Master's Roaming Outdoor Lodge. Whatever the hell that means.
Bunch of freaking weirdos.
Damn weirdos, yeah. All right, so now we know who was at one time setting the narrative here in Drumheller. Let's check this place out. All right, so this is kind of our first little peekaboo here. Some old buildings. This is the Alba block. I don't even know what street we're on. We're on the corner of Center Street.
We're on Triceratops Street.
Yeah, we're on Triceratops Avenue, 3rd Avenue West and Center Street here in Drumheller. So the Alba block, as you can see there, cute little, you know, kind of a modest little building. I see that it looks like they've done some repair with the bricks under the window sills there a little bit.
Yeah, they ran out of facade bricks and they just used regular ones.
Yeah, because it's a very unique color, almost a mustardy, golden, yellow.
Yeah, it's just the front.
Kind of a brick. I don't know if it's been painted like that or if it's, but it's definitely a facade brick. And then yeah, they ran out of facade brick to do the repairs.
And the whole rest of the building is just a regular brick, covered up mostly.
Looks like there's a bit of damage here. You can actually see the red brick in where there should be mortar in between those bricks. Down here you can see red brick peeking out from in between those courses of brick. In your typical little old building like this, where for some reason there's you know, an entrance to get in on the main floor, and then to get up on the second floor, it is a completely different door with a set of stairs on the side, which is seems a little odd. Always has, but aha. So yeah, the entire side of this thing covered in stucco or schmutz, but you can see there's that regular red brick. It's actually an older brick because it's got a narrower profile to it. But there's the facade brick here, and then the brick peeking out from underneath all that crud. And then further down there you can see if I can get you in there. There's an empty lot here, which probably had another little building at one point. But you can see right in there. Some more brick peeking out from underneath the schmutz there. And then they've got some kind of styrofoam form here. So I don't know what's going on with that. More damage further down too. That's exposing more brick.
Went around back. It's nothing notable.
No, just like regular brick in the back.
Yeah.
Any arches in the windows?
I didn't
No.
see any. All just covered up though.
Rectangular windows on this one.
I think this is all brick too. You see what they've done here.
Yeah, you can
see
see they've covered this in a skim coat of schmutz too. But then there's brick here, and then they've put this facade brick on the front facing part of the building. Napier Theatre, eh? Ah. Looks like they've done sort of a modern entranceway here. Look at the curve work they've done in there with the brick up on the top there. See by that John Wayne mural? See that curve in the brick there? So they've put this glass enclosure as an afterthought, or a modern reno on it.
Stop signs are short in this town.
Yeah, the stop signs are only like 4 feet off the ground. The stop signs are all mud flooded, Vinny. Those stop signs go another 4 feet down.
Shooting right down.
They're shooting right down on the ground. This is Dinosaur Central for all the dead dinosaurs in Alberta. There's two big places where the dinosaur narrative is really heavy here in Alberta. Drumheller here, and sort of getting close to sort of north central Alberta, and then down in the deep southern Alberta and around Medicine Hat, where Dinosaur Provincial Park is, near Brooks, Alberta, in the southern Badlands.
Pure old brick, just painted over.
Yeah, let's just get some black and white paint and paint over this. Look, they still have the little transom windows above. Was it a coffee shop now? There's a lot of sandstone in and around Drumheller too, so I wonder if maybe these are sandstone, because they're sort of irregular shaped, so they might not be concrete. Might be sandstone under the windows, and then they've painted them black. And before we started filming, Vinny and I were talking about the fact that the sidewalks go to about maybe a foot or two short of the building, and then it's a separate pour of concrete that sometimes is on a different level even. So why do that? Could it be that there's portions like buried windows or things down below that if there's a leak or a repair they got to do, it's easier to just rip up this, foot and a half of pavement rather than ripping up the whole sidewalk to do a repair? That's just me speculating, but I mean, this has a fake foundation along the bottom here too. They just, 4 to 6 inches up, smear a 1/4 of an inch of schmutz, paint it, and Robert's your mother's brother. Oh, we're on the right track. There's the dinosaur tracks, Vinny. So we know we're on old ye olde dinosaur trail or something.
Be tall when they're like 10 feet apart.
Yeah, the stride on those things, eh?
Yeah.
That's why you can never outrun a ticked off dinosaur. Kind of weird little entrance in here.
You can see the brick ends there.
Oh yeah, you can see it does end. The brick does end, so it's on top of a concrete footing, maybe? Gotta have a big giant vent coming out from the lower floor though. Problems with moisture down in there, maybe? more painted brick. Ooh! This next building's got a couple arch windows there that are all closed in. And then they built a staircase in front of it. Because that's what you do. You build a building with a big, beautiful window, and then you put stairs in front of it.
That was a neighbor did it.
Yeah, that's where you shake your fist at your neighbor. What are you doing, bud? And then I'm thinking that was a door there. Might as well just keep having a peek around the backside of these places.
Look at the old brick buildings as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, all down there. We're going to be checking out all these places. This is going to be a Mudflood walkabout tour of Drumheller, for sure. We're in the historic old part of town that most of the tourists don't even bother with, I don't think. They pretty much just go to the dinosaur museum and check out some of the other dead dinosaur related stuff, and that's that. Is this like an old garbage chute, or is this from when they were doing some renovations and they just left it? I don't know. So there's your perfect example of your fake or your phony foundation. They just smeared the schmutz over the brick, painted it, but after it gets old and chips away, it falls off, you can see that it just reveals the brick underneath. Another little arched window over here too. The rest of them are rectangular or squared off on the top, but that one there is arched just like the one on the other side that's blocked in. Why do they always like to block in the arch windows and then leave the rectangular windows?
Curtains don't fit.
It's hard to find arched blinds. Arched Venetian blinds. Maybe you should buy Phoenician blinds. Maybe they would fit better. Vinny, look out, man. The dinosaur's trying to get that pickup truck.
He looks hungry.
He's so hungry he's going to eat a GMC Sierra. So if you haven't guessed by now, the entire city of Drumheller's identity is so closely associated with or locked in with the dinosaur narrative that, I mean, it's just all the artwork is going to be dinosaur statues or modern art versions of sculptures of dinosaurs. Business names are going to be like Dino's Pub or Brontosaurus Chevy dealership. You know,
I could never live here.
You get so sick of the dinosaur narrative.
I'd run out of town eventually for talking about how it's possible for creatures 10 times the size of an elephant to stand up.
Yeah, and support their own body weight.
Yeah, sooner or later they'd run me out of town.
We got some classic rock of Bruce Springsteen, The Boss. So I might have to actually mute this part of the video so I don't get dinged, but there's a beautiful building. There's some sandstone. Definitely some sandstone above and below those windows. And again, there's this sort of 1 foot space of pavement. They even tried to like smear it up onto the brick, but you can see the brick underneath. This one slopes upward to get into the place there. Oh, we're still on the right track, Vinny. This has got a neat thing on the top, too. So the Newcastle building, got a flagpole or some tech on it or something. They got a windsock up there. It's not shaped like a dino though, it's shaped like a fish. And then remnants of some antiquitech on either side maybe? I don't know what that is.
Sorry?
I don't know what that is on either side of that carving. Light fixtures or something maybe, or I don't know what. Nice building though. Oh, this place, the beautiful stacked brick on this place. They facaded this one really nicely. So they've done a brick border around the windows, and then they've done a larger border, sort of square border around that, and then they've gone crazy with stacking the brick up along the top there. Really nice job. Absolutely beautiful. You can see what I mean with the...
It's all facade brick, right? Like you can see on the side where it merges into the...
Oh yeah, it's totally facade brick.
Even this looks like the regular brick here.
Yeah, I think so. But even the windows are really nice. Everything's really well done. But yeah, this is the regular brick. So underneath that facade brick would be this brick. Looks like there used to be a plaque here maybe that they've taken off. Hey there, Vicky. Howdy. Yeah, they did a nice job with this one. It looks really, really good. That stacking that brick like that is, that's a lot of extra work. It's extra bricks that you got to use. So I guess they just had all the time and bricks in the world here in this little coal mining / dead dinosaur town.
When did they find the dinosaurs?
I think it was around the 1880s, 1890s. They started finding bones sticking out of the ground, and they're like,
Same time everybody else found them.
yeah, and I was like, hey, this used to be a giant lizard. There it is. They've done a dental sort of dog tooth design along the top, and then they've done a waterfall stack under that. Like, that's extra work. Beautiful though.
Yeah, it doesn't match the rest of the building either.
Yeah, again, it's that different brick, right? You can see where they've merged one into the other down the side of the building here. Yeah, where they've just kind of worked it in together. And then this is just right up to the side, and then they're having problems here. They've put fresh asphalt here. It's on a slope. They're trying to drain even the schmutz in this lower couple of courses. It's slightly angled away. They've had to do this with the downspout to deflect the water. Weirdo stuff like this. Yeah, you can see here, schmutz is crumbled away, and there's there's brick
right
there.
It's right there.
Oh yeah, it's just laying on the ground. It's been a hell of a rainstorm here last night, Vinny. It's knocking the schmutz right off the building. They've closed in something here.
That's weird.
Probably a door? No, a window.
Funny place for a window.
And then this, I think, was added because they just put a big giant concrete header there.
Yeah, I can't make any
Because none of the other windows have anything above it like that. They're all have that sort of where they try to make it look like an arched window by doing that sort of fanned brick on the top. But this one doesn't have it. Oh no, you know what this might have been is a huge like loading bay door or something, because you can see they've bricked it in on the lower portion. So it may have been maybe a loading dock or where they had deliveries. This was a door.
Yeah. I can't make any sense out of that one.
But this doesn't make sense, no. It's a different height than all the other windows. It's way smaller.
Pet entrance.
Maybe it was an entrance to go down into the lower level.
Old world cats and dog entrance.
It's an old doggy door.
They used to be bigger.
Old world doggy door for giant dogs. This one here too. See, there's some ghosting here.
Yeah.
This looks like it may have been a door because it goes down pretty far compared to the windows. And they've added some addition onto the back, so I don't know if we're going to be able to see anything. But even that addition looks like it's older brick, but I can see a concrete foundation there. Remnants of an old sign, something bakery. And they built a garage.
Drumheller Bakery.
Is that what it says? Oh yeah, Drumheller Bakery. Good eye, Vinny. All right, let me pause it here. We'll get back on the main road and see what else we can check out here. And another little cute one here. They love stacking the brick here in Drumheller. They just stack it a brick, stack it a brick. Really nice, cute little place. This one's got a plaque on the front of it too. Let's see what this says here. The Crawford Block. 1925 this supposedly was built. I'll just hold it here if you want to pause it and read the official his story.
Yes, but Zeta had my purse beside her with my phone in it because we were talking.
Transom window above the door. Still has the little mechanism where you can open and close the transom on it to tilt the window. I don't see that very often. Nice little place. Of course, that door just takes you upstairs. It's hard to see, but there's stairs that you walk in and you just got no choice but to go up to the second floor. And then if you walk in this door, you're on the main floor. So if you want to get upstairs, you got to come out this door and go back in.
You don't want to be parking your car here in a rainstorm because look at these pipes.
Yeah, the downspouts
It's
are
gonna
just.
shoot you right like this is your car right here.
There's the downspout
It's gonna shoot
from
you
the
right
rain
in-
gutter,
Right in your.
and there's the parking. Yeah, don't leave your windows rolled down. Don't roll your windows down. Look at this place across the street too. The little place there, but then look at this big place up here. Again, they've done that stacked brick. They love it. You know, in Calgary, there's a few old world buildings that they've stacked the brick like that, but it seems like small towns that's a thing.
Yeah.
It's what I don't know. It's like there's only so much we can do to embellish our little buildings. So when we refacade them and reclaim them, we're gonna just stack the brick up in that upper 3 feet of the building.
There's a place down there.
Yeah, I think that's the Naval Cadets. I don't know why.
It's like some kind of organization.
It's the Army Navy Cadets, I think. Why a landlocked province would have Navy Cadets, I'll never know. So I think this may have been either the post office or the old town hall, or maybe both. It says Drumheller right on it, but it's now a law firm it's an accounting firm now. So accountants are in here now. But now we're getting some arched windows and some beautiful sandstone details on it. Of course, they've added this wheelchair accessible ramp, so they're blocking a bunch of low windows down here, which are suspiciously low. detail around the door here is beautiful as well. They've ripped off whatever sign was up there, but some nice scroll work there in the sandstone. Looks like some scorching or some damage here, though, here and there a bit.
Oh. People are very polite here.
Small town Alberta. Western hospitality, my friend.
Some guy was
Waiting while I was...
when I was in the Tim Hortons, thought I was waiting for the bathroom and I wasn't. So he was just waiting for me for a long time.
And nobody said anything to each other.
No. He goes, you waiting for the bathroom? I was like, nope.
It's all yours. So that front wheelchair accessible concrete ramp they built is covering two of these, which are ridiculously tiny windows. They're so small that no one can fit through there, but we still better put bars on them. For child burglars, maybe?
Yeah, I could get through there.
I mean, I guess.
Just.
And this one, they ran out of bars, so they just bricked it in.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason. But all of these windows are very fancy, very nice looking. Yeah, I'm thinking this was the town hall and post office. That's why there's two fancy main entrances. This one would have been maybe to get into the post office, and the other one the town hall. Some granite steps. Sandstone entrance. And a nice arched entry doorway here. Beautiful little place. Let's have a look at the back of some of these here. Oh, it's this Drum Soda Works Drum Distillery Company. Yeah, that looks like an older gal too, a little bit. Done some kind of repair work there a little bit. And there. Here's the back side of that building. They've got a thing saying it was a government building, at least at one time. Not anymore, obviously, if it's an accounting firm, but so that's why I figure it was probably the city hall and post office at one time. This is the back side of some of the buildings we were just looking at on 3rd Avenue, Triceratops Avenue. So they've bricked in a door here, and then a big sort of loading bay door, I'm guessing. And that's concrete, not sandstone here. What's this? The Aunt Kiss and Clarkson block. It's a weird name. It's got a barber shop in it. Now I've noticed, by the way, that they've got a big like chains and stuff holding this big sort of canopy, but if you stand back and stand in the street and get hit by cars, you could see that they've put it right over top of, above the shop windows or transom windows that they've blocked with the sign.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird, right? And again, multiple entrances on this building. Here's a door. This door, there's stairs. Probably you won't be able to see, I don't think, but maybe. There's stairs going up from there. There's a plaque on this one if you want to pause it and read.
Is this where the KKK used to
Yeah.
hang out?
They sought to infiltrate Alberta through Drumheller with its history of labor unrest. Yeah, because of all the coal miners always getting into mischief and whatnot. Howdy. Wanderlust Boutique. More stacked brick. They're just getting silly with it here in Drumheller. Different colored bricks too.
Big tall ceilings in there.
Yeah, really tall ceilings. I bet you it has those the sheet metal, the stamped sheet metal where they stamp it with patterns. You know, like a floral pattern or whatever, and they just attach those to the ceiling. I bet you it has those.
Oh yeah.
That's a big building though. And again, that facade brick, and then you could see the line where then they just transitions to the regular brick. Even this little building, the Spirit Within, Drumheller. Just the detail on that brickwork there. Tiny, modest little place, but
It's dinosaurs built it all. See, look, he's working
it was
on
built by, yeah, he's working on the brick right now. Dinny the dinosaur is a bricklayer.
There's some more of that tin plated brick facade over there.
Yeah, on the side of that red one. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it's sheet metal that's got a brick pattern in it. They ran out of brick, Vinny. They were using brick to brick in windows in places like this, so then when they ran out of brick, they had to use brick patterned sheet metal. At the very least, there's no shortage of plaques, you know? This was an old menswear store, apparently. Okay. So the 20s were Drumheller's boom years as opposed to the teens in Calgary. Interesting. Ah, they brutalized the hell out of this. Corrugated sheet metal. Brick underneath it though, yeah. And then this place here, they've used that pale facade brick. And then they've bricked in a bunch of openings there. Every upper window has been bricked in or blocked up or boarded up for some reason. And there's your crumbling schmutz. With some kind of stone or brick underneath it here. And you've got a weird circular thing here. This maybe was an old coal chute. Maybe. It's been paved over a million times. But yeah, this is really interesting. Yes, because it's a different, it looks like a stone foundation. With schmutz over it and then brick over it. And whatever this box is. Maybe used to be some kind of opening in there or something. I don't know. Oh yeah, here we go. Or maybe that's brick and it's just discolored because of the schmutz. It doesn't really look like brick though. It looks. Doesn't look like brick. It looks like stone. And then an addition made with cinder block. Yuck. Wondering if this building was painted white at some point, and then they sandblasted it, or chemical peel or something. I don't know. There's a lot of weird stuff going on with this. It's really been altered though. All right, moving along here. The which?
Pop's block.
Oh, this is Pop's block. Oh, okay, the back of Pop's block. So they've added some redneck skylights. The glass cubes, those are fugly. They took a window out here and replaced it with a window, basically, or glass block window. This is an old city or town bus stop bench. This would have been on the street on a bus route somewhere. The back of it would have been an advertisement, and they've just painted it over, dragged it back here. Why did they do that? Well, because they're hiding a mud-flooded window down here, that's why. That's why they stuck it there. So that's, you know, what's going on here? Nope, nothing. Nothing to see there, bud.
Check out this here.
There's nothing to see there at all, bud. Punched in a new door. Oh, yeah, see, there you go. Vinny's got some sharp eyes. So they brick that in and they just put a vent, and then they put tar paper and tar here to try to get the water to move away from the building. Here's a storm drain that only goes down about 5 or 6 feet. Yeah, this is goofy. Very goofy. Because that's how you build stuff, right? Is you just build it like incredibly too low like that, and then you got all kinds of problems. So then you got to put all kinds of crap to try to shed the water. That doesn't work, so you got to do I don't know what else. Weird. There's that sheet metal that's got a brick pattern in it. We're seeing this all over Drumheller. It's their favorite thing. Ah, yes. Yeah. Yeah, that one there's bricked up. That one. That one. Nice dental molding above the remaining windows, though. Just little things like that, you know? Oh, geez, there's a pterodactyl. Look out, Vinny.
Just a little one.
Oh, it's just a small one. Okay, it's a baby one.
Poke it with my umbrella.
Poke it in the eye with your umbrella. Umbrella to the eyeball. So they've boarded in the transom windows above the doors. And again, that separate concrete pour right along the edge of the building. And this is Pop's block. So we just looked at the back of this. Of course, it's a cannabis shop now.
This is the place in the back of which is that funny window that goes into the ground.
Is this place, this physiotherapy?
Place is the place that has that window into the ground.
Oh, okay. Is this Primus physiotherapy place, which has been so brutal facaded in the front that you would never know. And this one they've painted the brick gray. This is that one that has a bricked in window there. And then they've done a wooden facade on the front because they want to make it look old-timey by making wood. And then again your door. Who's that handsome devil in the reflection? The door to go straight up and a transom window above it, and then this door here. Oh, and it's got a plaque on it. This is that toy store. Toys and candy. Very nice. So it used to be a drugstore. 1917, 1918. It's a one-year wonder, Vinny.
QQQ.
The
Is that like the French KKK?
the Q the QQ the QQQ drugstore. All right. Sure. I mean, why not? A sandwich shop, a wellness center, and a cell phone provider. Looks like it's just one floor, but again, that brickwork. As mentioned, they must have had all the time in the world here in Drumheller. You know, in between digging up dinosaur bones or coal mining, they were able to do the extras of stacking brick like that. Really nice job. Again, modest building, but you know, details. They bricked in a huge opening there, right there,
Oh yeah.
only to put an opening. It was just maybe a taller door that they bricked in and then put in a shorter door. I don't know. All right, let me pause it here and see what else is going on around here.
It's intermission time, folks.
Show starts in 5 minutes. Show starts in 4 minutes.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
Show starts in 3 minutes. Show starts in 2 minutes. Show starts in 1 minute.
Your attention, please. All new hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage. For your own safety, do not attempt to repair or remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
And now, on with the show.
We're just on the corner of Railway Avenue, and it's just giving us Railway Avenue. It's not giving us the cross street. I'm not too sure. We've checked out basically everything along this side. Just checking out this place. It's the Vintage Tap House. It's a pub. It's totally covered in schmutz. But it's got some interesting little anomalies. Like, for example, right here, you can see there's a wood frame. There was an opening here. There was a window or something here that they've covered up, schmutzed over, and then poured that concrete over it. There's another one here. There's a wooden frame or something here. And then I think they've poured this concrete so that if they've got to get down in there to repair leaks or what have you, all they got to do is rip up that 1 foot section instead of ripping up the whole sidewalk. Yeah, see, there's one that they didn't bother covering up. They just put a grate over it. There's a window or some kind of opening there.
You can see the brick around the back in just one corner.
There's something else there. Yeah, this has been mud flooded or something. This is pretty obvious right here. They've blocked something in there and just schmutzed over it. Another one here. Aha. Yeah. Thank you, Vinny. Vinny's good at spotting and stuff like that. The schmutz is busted away, revealing that red brick.
The only place you can see it, right there.
Right on the corner.
Yeah, that's as old as any building in town. Completely facaded over.
Yep.
It's all new.
They've made it look brand new.
Yeah, you're right. Those filled-in windows are a giveaway.
There we go. Yeah. It's unusual to see schmutz on the back and the brick on the sides and the front, but this is kind of, it's the opposite, right? They've left the front with the brick, and then they're hiding the brick in the back. It's weird. It's the other way around. It's bass-ackwards, Vinny. And it's a different brick on that top portion than it is.
Yeah, they've done something funny on the top.
Yeah. It almost looks like that terracotta brick.
Yeah, it's quite this thin.
Doing all kinds of funny stuff here. Even straight dead ahead too. There's like two different kinds of masonry of some kind. Two different sizes of brick, two different materials of brick.
They could have been big bricks if they were full thickness. Probably aren't.
I wonder what this place looks like in the front. Yeah, I was just gonna say, look, Vinny, wagon wheels. That's how you know it's legit old-timey, because they stick some wagon wheels in front of it.
Oh, looks like we got most of the wagon.
Bloody big tree back here, too. This would be a nice place to kind of hang out on a hot summer day. You just, like, there's a couple of chairs here. You just kick back here in the shade. Get out of the hot sun. You know, sit and ponder, why is there a really low opening down there that they've stuffed with pink fiberglass insulation? Or this one that they've put a grate over. Something's been bricked in here. There's a big header, concrete header there. That one there too.
Side of that window.
Yeah, I wonder if that was a door. What's going on with this? This is weird. Wonder why they got sandbags all around the bottom perimeter of this building. Expecting some high water there, fellers? I mean, Drumheller is in the river valley, so I don't know. I don't know if they've had floods in the past. I mean, Calgary's had like 3 or 4 floods in its past, so they say. So that looks like foundation here. Concrete foundation. But no, there's just like busted up brick and shit everywhere here. At one point there must have been another building butt up right up against this one, because they didn't really bother doing a clean job with the mortar and stuff. And normally if there was another building being built right up against it, they wouldn't even bother, right? It's just whatever used to be in this lot was knocked down, and now they built a cinder block piece of crap. It's like an old gas station or an old service station. Maybe?
Yeah, even it's just brick.
It's brick with schmutz, right?
Turned into a gas station with gas station colored schmutz.
Yeah, like at Heritage Park with the gas station, and then you go into the gas station and it leads you into the car museum through the old gas station. So I'm wondering if there's another opening here that they've bricked in. And a big one that they've put in paving stones or some kind of stone. Some kind of repair here. This looks like it used to be an old service station. An old gas station. Petrol station.
Auto repair now, I guess.
R&R Auto Repair. You can always tell that it used to be an old-timey gas station because it's going to have a curve on the corner.
For some reason.
Well, they say they do that so that cars aren't clipping the corner as they're pulling in and pulling out to get fuel or to get repairs. That's why all the old-timey gas stations and service stations that they built in the teens and 20s all have the rounded corners. So I bet you there used to be gas, like holding tanks here, and this is where you would pull up to pump your gas, and they've ripped them out of there, and then it was just a mechanic shop, and now it's closed. It's kind of a bummer, because it's a cool looking old place. Jim's Auto Repair. Sorry, Jim. Oh yeah, that's a nice old sign, Vinny. Yeah, look at that. This would have been the old service station sign.
Oh yeah.
Even signposts and lampposts, they had to make them fancy back in the day, you know? There was just pride in everything, and everything, it was form and function. But I gotta set the record straight here. I don't want anybody to be confused. You're about to see something really confusing. We're about to look at the Waldorf Hotel, but don't confuse it with the Waldorf Historia now. This is the Waldorf Hotel in Drumheller, Alberta. There it is. You know it's legit because it's painted right on the side, and they've got a goofy neon sign. I've never seen them paint the brick but not paint the mortar joints in between the bricks. That's kind of funny.
Hell of a lot easier. Just take the roller.
Yeah, just take a roller and a paint tray and off you go. So the hotel lobby, tavern. Of course, they always have to have a tavern. It's a pretty big building. And of course, you got to just board up all of the lower windows. And they're all different sizes too. That's a big one, little one, then another big one behind another bus stop bench. No, that's the concrete foundation. Really? Oh, I thought it was red brick with schmutz over it. Oh, okay. This says sewer. So this is a storm drain. I thought it would be a coal chute, but it says sewer on it. Oh, some more redneck skylights. Those are the best. I love those. They're my favorite. They're so beautiful. Nope. Not one bit. And again, phony foundation. Fake foundation. So there's your red brick. Shooting right down into the ground there. Drumheller liquor. Wine, liquor, and cold beer. This place is open. Explains why that one's closed.
That's the pawn shop.
What? Oh, this is a pawn shop.
Pawn something so you can buy liquor.
Ah, you're right. It's a pawn shop that also sells ice cream. So you could pawn your Nana's jewelry and get yourself a soft serve cone. Interesting little place. And this is another hotel. This is the Alexandra. Is it Alexandra or Alexandria? Alexandra Hotel. It's funny, the big hotels don't have any plaques on them. But the tiny little buildings on the historic Main Street do have plaques on. Oh, this does have a plaque. Oh, okay, good. I like that detail with the brick there. Again, you know, all the time in the world. Looks like they have anchor hooks for what used to be an awning or some kind of metal awning maybe. And they've taken it out of here. They covered the top with schmutz too. Starting to drizzle a little bit, but it's not too bad, eh? It's a little bit of showers. The Hotel Alexandra Bar. Okay.
Oh yeah, so this is that re-facaded place right next door. And we found the brick peeking out the back.
Ah, that's the brew house.
And this is where we're standing. We're standing here now.
Right, yeah, that's the vintage tap house here.
Right, so that's the bar turned into the Vintage Tap House.
Ah, so it's still a bar. It was always a bar or tavern. Okay. Supposedly. Yeah, because that is that here, which is
That there.
vintage there that we just had a look at.
Built in 1938 after a log cabin burned down.
So a building has stood on this site since 1912. By 1918, early visitors arriving by rail would have seen a two-story clapboard beverage room with a corner entrance nicknamed the Log Cabin, serving miners. Oh yeah, the miners got to get their drink on. Very interesting. So this is that sandwich shop and holistic place that we just looked at a few minutes ago with all the stacked brick. This is the back alley, or the side alley here. And you can see it's just completely covered in that textured schmutz. But then, oh, there we go. Maybe an old coal chute that they bricked in. So this isn't a one-story building. It's a one-story with a basement, like it's two floors, a lower floor and a main floor. And again, I bet you this door goes down because it's not going to go up. There's no upper floor. So we're just hitting the back alley of some of the frontage that we've done already. Got like a sort of a rooftop patio or terrace up here. Maybe a smokestack up there, yeah. And then of course boarded up window, and then an air vent window.
This one section right here is all separate.
It's completely separated from the building? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Wonder if it used to be part of a neighboring building and they tore it down but just left that up for whatever reason. That's weird. That's really weird. This is that
Yeah.
fake brick stuff here.
Probably real brick behind it.
It's hard to tell because they put an insulation layer in between, but I bet you it is.
They're just throwing all kinds
Well, it is, because look, there's the
older section. Yeah.
the main building is brick, yeah. Who knows what this addition is?
Probably just wood. Well, that would put it past this place.
And then when they built this, the corner of the building is blocking that window a bit, and then there's another window that's completely blocked. So could you imagine being the owner of this building, and then the Bank of Montreal comes along and builds this in, I don't know, the 40s or 50s, and they just butt it right up against your building and block a window? I'd be like, hey man.
Asshole.
Yeah, hey, asshole, what are you doing? We're a bank, we can do what we want. Nope. I even have some questions about this Bank of Montreal building, to be honest with you. Yeah. You know what they did? There's the main building of the bank, and then they built this addition later on, and that's what's encroaching on those windows.
You can see where it's facade brick and then regular brick up there.
Yeah. And then when they put in modern electric up there, they're blocked in another little tiny window that was up there. Nice dental molding above the door there. Nice little details on it. Get a modest little building, but 1817. The Bank of Montreal was established in 1817, but not this particular building. I don't know. They would say there was nothing here in 1817. They would just say there was nothing but indigenous peoples and teepees. Maybe the odd fur trader making his way out here. There's a big vent right there. So yeah, there's definitely a lower level to this thing.
This whole pizza building, what's it called? Something block. Beach block.
Beach block, pizza joint, eh? Their facade brick doesn't even line up with the brick behind it. This to me looks like it could be a legit concrete foundation, or at least over here under this door. You can see all the aggregate and everything and the stones and stuff. And again, I bet you that door just goes just right up.
Yep.
Transom window above it. That's nice. These windows above this window. And again, they just stack the heck out of the brick up there. The beach block. No plaque on it though. Show you what's happening there.
There's a sign for Terry Light up here.
Which one? The do not pet the fluffy cows. Do not pet the fluffy cows. I bet you there was prism lights or pavement lights in here.
Oh yeah.
I bet you there was. See, all of the entrances going into all of these stores, they slightly slope upward, and then they've done something. They've put paving stones or tiles, or I bet you a lot of these had those prism lights that light down into the lower level of the building. And just over the years, as they've modernized stuff, poured concrete sidewalks, they just got rid of all of that. All right, I think that does it for this block. I think we've got it all stitched up. Oh, look out, man.
He's ripping the building apart.
Oh, he's tearing apart the building. Oh, let's get out of here, Vinny. So there's tunnels or catacombs underneath in the downtown area?
Yeah.
And the story is that it was from Prohibition.
Oh, and the miners and Prohibition and you know the I don't know if mafia is the right word, but you know what I mean, like the
Organized crime, illegal
crime,
bootleggers and stuff.
Bootleggers, of course.
Is there any kind of illegal Chinese immigrant narrative going along with those underground tunnels? Because a lot of
That's what they say,
small
like-
Alberta towns
Like
too.
Moose Jaw has those tunnels.
Yes.
But those are public tunnels.
Right.
These ones are not. But
Yeah, you
I
can tour
think
some of them, but here you
Not here.
no. Hey?
They're not safe.
So they're under a lot of the old buildings in the downtown core.
And they go under the street across to another building.
Wow. Are they like brick lined or dirt or?
Dirt mostly. There's some that have, and a lot of businesses have like walled them off. Brick walled, like put bricks up or cement walls or doors and stuff like that, just because it's dangerous.
It can become a liability if somebody gets into the
Absolutely.
lower level of your building and starts snooping around down there and gets hurt. Yeah. I guess it would fit in with the mining narrative too, that if the miners could tunnel into the side of a hill to get coal, they could tunnel under the town to join one building to the other.
And, you know, like bring stuff from that operation over to the underground poker game
And the speakeasies that are in the basements and stuff.
This valley.
Kind of brings
That's the-
Prohibition back. People do interesting things during Prohibition.
That's the
They
first
do.
time I've heard that about Drumheller, so I thank you very much for
Well, you're
that.
welcome. We have a member of our council that for years has been wanting to connect some of them. Like there's one that leads under the highway over to our Badlands Amphitheater
Okay.
and go over there and, kind of like connect things.
I bet you there's
It's a
some
big-
that connect the old hotels too, because during Prohibition, they would have speakeasies under the hotels
Patty
where
was
people could
a
drink.
Popular, a lady of the evening, and her ladies, yeah.
Oh, so brothels and stuff too, eh?
Brothels, absolutely.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I thank you for that. That's the
Well,
first
you're
time I've heard
welcome.
that. Coming here 45 years. See,
And
it
was like
pays to
down in Wayne
it
and
pays to
Rosedale
avoid.
and all those, like down in area, like in Dogtown, I guess, down in Rosedale and that, and then East Cooley, of course, was a big mining town.
Yeah, all those little ghost town areas
Yep.
that are just
Yeah.
by what is that? The Atlas coal mine.
Atlas
The big-
Coal Mine,
yeah.
yep, and that's just on the other side of the river from East Cooley.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks again.
You bet.
Take care. Have a good one. We're checking out the Navy cadets, the Sea Cadets,
They're furious.
the Furious Sea Cadets, the Royal Canadian Sea Cadet Corps, RCSCC, Royal Canadian Sea Cadet Corps.
Is that the name of a ship? HMS Furious?
Maybe. It could
Or are they
be.
just mad that
This
the
is a
ocean's-
glorious building. Look at the size of it. It's a huge two-story. In other words, the ceilings in there are going to be those 12 or 15-foot ceilings. Again, they've stacked the brick. Giuseppe is busy. Oh no, his name wasn't Giuseppe here. It was Dino. Call me a Dino. I'm an Italian bricklayer, but I'm a Dino. Like the dinosaur. Cool logo too, with the eagle head with a crown, some maple leaves on it. So this is the Navy Cadets or Sea Cadets, whatever you want to call them. Why Alberta and Saskatchewan would even bother, I have no idea. Two landlocked provinces. There's some blocked in windows that have been covered in schmutz. That does look like a concrete foundation though, in there. Maybe?
Yeah, it does kind of.
Ish. It's concrete looking ish. Why would they board all the windows up? They don't want to see them doing their military drills in there or whatever Sea Cadets do? I don't know. I don't even think it's being used for this anymore. Holy moly, will you look at this? Okay, so it used to be ABC something? ABC clothes? No, they wouldn't use the word clothes. They would use clothing or menswear or ABC something ES. I can't tell. If you can decipher that in the comments down below, let me know. What do you think that might say? ABC something. But all these beautiful big arched windows and doors back here, all boarded up. Yeah, I don't think this is being used anymore. This place. Why you gotta have 12-foot doors, I'll never know. Giants?
That's their one boat.
That's, yeah, yeah, there it is. That's how you know it's the Sea Cadets. There's their boat. Doesn't look very seaworthy though, just saying. See, but these windows on the side are not arched. It always makes me scratch my head when the back of a building that wouldn't be seen that much has the arched windows. But the street frontage part of the building, where everybody would see it, has the more boring rectangular windows.
Giuseppe in the back and Dino in the front.
Yeah. They've bricked in something here. Was this a bigger window, maybe? Probably. Looking a little castle-like along the top there, too, to some extent. Nice brickwork, though, on these angles, you know. Nicely done. All these lower openings are all blocked off. Actually, every opening except for the very, very, very top. Drumheller Sea Cadets. Royal Canadian Sea Cadet Corps Furious. Yeah, I saw that. This looks like it was an old coal chute. Been repurposed for air vent. And then we got 3 arches all side by side, all bricked up. Oh no, this is a coal chute here.
That confuses me because you got these
Here's
bricked up things, but then you got this clearly concrete composite foundation, right? It's not like that's brick going all the way down. So what the hell is this?
Maybe they were just shorter, more squat windows? Like maybe just like 3-foot high windows? I don't know. Because that, to me, I agree. To me, that looks like a legit concrete foundation. I mean, you can see where it's been pulverized on the corner here. It's definitely not just an inch of schmutz smeared over. It's definitely, it goes in there. But all the doors back here, I mean, they're so high up that here they've put a big block of wood there as a step. I don't know, it's very odd. But yeah, the arches are on the side and the back, but not the front where the main street is. Very unusual. I think this is an old mud flooder too. It's been repurposed probably a few times. There's a J pipe coming out of where there used to be an opening there. And why would you put a coal chute above a window? You know what I mean? Like, did they brick up these windows and go, oh, wait a sec, we got to get coal in there. We forgot. Too late now. We've already bricked them up.
What about the coal?
Well, then let's put in a coal chute. And this was an opening. I don't know. This is another head scratcher, Vinny. Another head scratcher. Say as I know for sure. See, I thought this would have been the coal chute because you could tell where there used to be a pin and a hinge here, right? Where they could.
Got repurposed and then dented.
Yeah, this is definitely a curious building. Bet you at one time this was the biggest building in Drumheller, though. I mean, this is... Well, yeah, except for maybe that. Well, yeah, but I think there was an additions onto that one. The only ones that maybe would have been bigger than this would have been the 2 hotels, the Alexandra and the Waldorf, right? This is even bigger than what we were guessing was the post office and town hall. This is bigger than that even. But I'm wondering what this originally was.
The landlocked Navy building is the biggest building in town.
Yeah. But I wonder what it originally was before, you know, it became a naval cadet building. I don't know. I mean, it could have been anything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do you say we check out that that old school that's now a church? So we're coming up on what is now the Drumheller Community Church. Look at this beautiful tree-lined street, by the way.
That is not a churchy looking building.
No, it was an old school. This tree-lined street is really nice. It's definitely like they used to do that a lot, like in the old world, I think.
It's going to be a girls and boys entrance.
Oh yeah, they gotta have the girls and boys entrance. Always. Why? I don't know. Let's just get some of this here before we check out the front. Stack brick again. Drumheller loves it. Can't get enough of that stack of brick. Kind of opening there that's been sealed off. So here's the girls' entrance. So the Drumheller Central School, apparently built 1926. Coming up on the boys only entrance here. There's a little bit of sandstone on it, but not as much as I thought there'd be. It's just kind of basically around the doors and then a few little squares up along the top there, and that's it. Unless there was more and it's been dumbed down at some point.
That's really some brickwork.
What's that?
That's quite some brickwork.
Yeah, like just the layer and layer of the arches. Even this too, with these funny angles, that wouldn't be easy to cut the brick to fit like that. That bricklayer was not having a fun day that day. He's like, oh man, he's looking at the blueprints and the plans and going, really? I got to do this?
I don't know, maybe he was just improvising.
But then you could
Steve, cut it out.
quit goofing around, Steve. Man, you're wasting a lot of bricks doing that. Schmutz crumbled away, revealing some brick under there, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Looks weird. And then this is the new addition that's officially the church. I guess they did a decent job of marrying the thing to the rest of the, like to the original structure. But again, this would have all been one school. I bet you this was like the high school, or maybe junior high and high school combined. And then they probably built a new school as Drumheller grew. And so then this was left, and the church took it over, maybe? The church is leasing it or bought it, maybe? I don't know. I'm going to guess the 50s? Like the post-WW2 boom, maybe?
They couldn't replicate the entrances.
Oh no, these entrances are shit compared to the...
Well, the concrete guy gave it his best shot, but
Concrete guy made it look like Lego.
he's You couldn't measure up to the brick guy from the...
No, the brick guy outshined the concrete guy on this one. What's going on here? Are they covering this old church in schmutz? Yes, they are.
Oh, hello.
They're just taking this old church and they are dumbing it down as we speak in real time. They're covering it in schmutz. They're doing quote-unquote repairs. Yeah. They're hiding it.
Finally found the Schmutz guys.
Yeah, we found the schmutz crew. Let's check this out and see what these hokey buggers are doing here. St. Anthony's Roman Catholic Church. It's already been covered in schmutz, but it's that like stucco that's got little bits of like broken glass in it.
Yeah.
Which is was a weird trend, I think, in the
People
40s.
That really hate children.
Like before, right? Don't rub up against the side of my house, kid. You'll get cut. I'll cut you. It's got some funny little things on the top there. See those funny little doodads there?
Oh yeah.
But you can see on the little church it has a little pointed steeple on it, but on this one it doesn't. It's just chopped off on the top. Wow, that guy needs about 3 new belts in his engine. But yeah, see, it doesn't have the spire on the top anymore like the little model church does.
I can't even see through that netting to see what that's made of.
Well, they've put some wire mesh and they've already put a skim coat of schmutz, but they've put like that black sort of tar paper, for lack of a better term. I'm not sure what the official construction name for that material is. But yeah, you can see they've already smeared it with like a thin set concrete schmutz or something. Church is still open though, apparently. Yeah, you can hear them applying that skim coat. What's going on with the chimney over
Yeah,
there?
that's weird, eh?
What is the deal with the chimney? There we go. Something went wonky with that. The glare on it or something. But yeah, what's going on there with the chimney? That's weird. Gonna skim coat the whole thing and leave the top 2.5 feet? It's odd. All right. I think that about wraps it up. But we're gonna have one last quick peek around, see if we missed anything. I'll be right back. So there you go. That is gonna seal the deal here today for Frankie and Cousin Vinny. New West Reset and our walkabout tour of Old World Drumheller. And we didn't really even pay attention to the dinosaur stuff that much. We skipped all that stuff really and just kind of checked out the peculiarities, shall we say, of some of the Old World repurposed founded buildings. So until the next one, take care out there and have yourselves a good one. Of course, don't forget to, do all the things down there. Let me know what you think. Help a fella out with all this stuff down here. Until the next one, take care out there and have yourselves a good one. All right? Cheers.